go to the Tools panel of Affinity Photo and select the ellipse tool or any of the other shapes. With that ellipse, I'm just going to create it fairly large size. Then I'm going to go to the Artistic Text tool. You can find that in the Tools panel as well. So Artistic Text tool, set the font. I'm going with regular, Arial Black, 96 point, etc. And then simply over here to the circle. As you go move around, you can see it says A. But as soon as you go over there, you see it suddenly changes. The cursor will change. Now, if you hover it slightly above and then click, you can now type text. And that's above or outside. If you go over here, hover again, and just go slightly below, you can just see it just slightly below inside that circle. Again, click there, and now the text will be inside. Now I want it outside, so but I wanted to show you you can do that. So just hover outside and click text on path. And you can do exactly the same as any other thing with text. So now I can recolor it. So I can select it, just simply go over that, select it as you would normally with text, and maybe change the color. Maybe change the font, maybe go for not Arial Black, but something else. So you can also move it, because you might want it in that position. You might think, you know what, that's not a great position. So I can just move it around. So I can move it back and forth and reposition it. You've also got this one here. You can see there that little green, that's the insertion point. So you can move it there, just select that. Now you can also got this, what does that do? Well, if you move that slightly closer, and as I move that closer and closer and closer, and then it hits there, it will move it up to the top. Now, I don't want that particularly, but that's what it does. It just basically moves it, and if I crunch it closer, you can see it flips over. So the red, you might want to just keep it like there. Up to you on that. So you've got your text there, and you can still continue to move that one around if you want to do that, and still continue to change the design. What you can also do is, say you've finished, you're happy with this design and you like the curve, but you don't want that circle anymore. You think, well, before you do that, actually, you can just resize. So you can still manipulate it, modify it, tweak it, change it, rotate it, etc. But you might not want that circle. So now just go to the Move tool. So up here to the Move tool. And with the Move tool selected, go over here, Convert to Curves. So click there and Convert to Curves. Now you've got that circular design, but you haven't got the circle anymore. Circle's gone. That's it. Vanished. So you see nothing there. You've just got that. However, if you do want that, say you've got this circle again, you've still got that circle, and you want to recolor it. You might think, oh, you know what? Let's just go to the Circle tool and select that. Well, if you set this, the fill, that doesn't work. That doesn't do anything. However, what you can use is text frame. And the text frame appears when you go over here to Artistic Text tool. So go to Artistic Text tool and you've got this option here, text frame. Doesn't appear most of the time. In fact, it's one of those panels that seems to be mysteriously non-existent. Actually, there's very little information particularly about it as well. So text frame, you can find the text frame just by clicking there and it will bring this panel up. And you can then, of course, change the fill. So you can just go here and you can say, click there, and you can say, well, I've got a nice fill there, text on path, and I can move that, change that. And also you can always change the stroke as well. So you can click there, maybe make that black. Let's just change the size, and so on and so on. Now also what you can do, you might decide, you know what, with this text, I don't want that outside. You've got baseline. So you might just move that inside, which is reasonable. Obviously it crunches it in. You can still continue to modify the text other ways. But you can also just move it out. So you can just position it there. That may be better. And you can still continue to edit this design. So you can still move it around, move it like that, and so on and so on. And that's all using this text frame. Obviously there's other features as well in the text frame, but it's useful. And again, still continue to modify this. You can still move it around, go like that, it'll flip over. So if you go towards that red, so if I go there towards the red, as soon as I do that, flips it over to the other side, which maybe you want, or just have it above again, keep it above. Personally, I prefer it outside than inside of that. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.